Hey, what is going on, everybody? It is Luke Belly with the Sideline Scoop, and today I thought we would take a look at a potential trade scenario that I think could possibly happen. So in this video, I'm going to break down why I think it could make sense for both the Dallas Cowboys and Ryan Fitzpatrick to get a deal done between the two of them. So if we take a look at this Dallas Cowboys team, Dak Prescott through the first few weeks of the season was throwing for so many passing yards, it was just crazy. He put up 450 yards versus the Falcons, 472 yards versus the Seattle Seahawks, and 502 yards versus the Browns. And even though he put up those numbers, they did start off 1-3, but Dak was clearly showing that he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And then, of course, as we all know, he went down with that gruesome injury, a sad injury to see for Dak Prescott. And from that point on, the Cowboys bring in Andy Dalton to replace him at that point. And if we take a look at Andy Dalton's last game last week versus the Arizona Cardinals, he went 34 for 54, 286 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and ended with a 65.8 QB rating. So from that game, didn't really look like a great performance from Andy Dalton, and so maybe the Cowboys are wondering if Andy Dalton is the guy that they want to roll with. And right now the Cowboys are 2-4, and I think at most times maybe you would think, oh, there's no hope for the Cowboys. Of course, the rest of that division, it's just been probably one of the worst divisions in the NFL. And so the Cowboys, even though they're 2-4, they are in first place at this point. So I think there are reasons to believe that this offense could continue to play well even without Dak Prescott, but I honestly wonder if Andy Dalton is the solution for this Cowboys team. So now we come and take a look at Ryan Fitzpatrick. So, of course, Ryan Fitzpatrick was rolling with his Miami Dolphins team. They were 3-3 after last week, only 1 game behind the Buffalo Bills in the AFC East. So then it comes out that the Miami Dolphins have decided to start Tua over Ryan Fitzpatrick. And Ryan Fitzpatrick came out and said, that it was just heartbreaking for him when he heard the news that he would no longer be able to basically be the starter for that team. And here's a quote from him. He said, "I was shocked by it. It definitely caught me off guard. It was a hard thing for me to hear yesterday, just kind of digesting the news. My heart just hurt all day. It was heartbreaking for me." Flo kind of said what he said and said what he said to you guys as well, and that's a decision in the direction that the organization is going in. So obviously, it seems like Ryan Fitzpatrick didn't really see this coming. I think lots of people thought eventually Tua would take over, but considering Ryan Fitzpatrick had played so well for this team, I think it was sort of shocking for him that even though he had played well, he was basically pulled for Tua. If we take a look at Ryan Fitzpatrick's stats for the season, was playing very well, and he had the 7th best QBR through the first, 6 or 7 weeks of the NFL season. In his past 2 games, he went 22 for 28, 350 yards, and 3 touchdowns with 0 interceptions versus the 49ers. And then last week, he went 18 for 27, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions. But overall, he's been playing great for this Dolphins team and has really been one of the reasons that this Dolphins team has been able to, be 3-3 so far in the season. And so obviously, Ryan Fitzpatrick shocked that I think they decided to go with that move right now. And so now we have Ryan Fitzpatrick, who sort of seems like Tua has taken over in that area. And we have this Dallas Cowboys team who are still first place in the NFC East. Andy Dalton didn't really look good in that first week. And so honestly, it seems like it could be a good pairing between these two teams. One other reason why I think this could be a possibility is because Ryan Fitzpatrick can be traded for a very cheap, deal, because after the season, he'll become an unrestricted free agent. So the Cowboys will be able to use him for this year and try to, get to the playoffs with Ryan Fitzpatrick as their quarterback. And then after the season, they can move on from him and maybe bring Dak Prescott back, which I feel like will probably happen after this season. So it just sort of seems like a good pairing for the time being. And honestly, Ryan Fitzpatrick, I bet he's going to have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Even though he probably, respects Tua, I bet you that, being pulled after playing as good as he has been playing, that he will want to show the league, that he still has it. And so I just really think that this could be a scenario that could come to fruition in the next coming weeks. So that is basically what I wanted to break down in today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you smash the like button down below. And if you want to see some more NFL content in the future, feel free to subscribe to the channel. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.